we've got 3 paid firemen on it all the time.
Correct.
If they're putting out another fire, and then one pops up here and Lake Worth has to come back us up.
That's the challenge, is that's not what it means.
And we got a clarification from them this afternoon that as long as we have 3 people on duty, if those 3 people are off fighting another fire and they have to come over here to fight the fire, and
they're fine with that.
they're fine with
They're
that.
on the EMS call.
Exactly.
Right.
If we're on a call and they come to help us, mutual aid, and the only reason that we're not there is because we're on another call, that's not what they're talking about. What they want to avoid is a 9-minute response time here, and they get here, and we don't have anybody on duty, or a Sanction Park-like situation where there was one person on duty. That's the whole intent of that. Their city manager, my understanding, she felt like she needed some protection in there for their city. But reality is, to me, it's kind of a moot point because we have 3 on duty all the time, and that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
And if
Correct. And the same thing goes for them. If they had a budget shortfall and quit staffing properly, then we would then have the ability to build in.
So you being chief, it's your responsibility to make sure we have 3. But if we don't, then they can bill you instead of us. That'll work.
Well, we'll have 3. You don't have to worry. If I have to come be the 3rd one, we'll have 3.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a moot point. For it to actually happen, or something happen, we don't have 3, and have a reason to call for mutual aid would be a very smooth check.
But my understanding is they're gonna change the wording now and.
we're going to clarify it, and Drew and I talked this afternoon.
Okay.
And then, once we get Lake Worth done, we will do West Dunlop. We'll see if we need to just have them approve this one, or we might have to bring another copy of it back to you.
I was gonna say, y'all represent 3 of these 4 cities.
I know,
It should have been a lot easier.
I know, well, it should have been.
Yeah, but you know, attorneys, they're gonna make it complicated so they get more money.
Well,
I mean, that's bad.
I think I'm gonna sit down now.
Yeah.
My concern was always.
Thank you, Chief. All right, at this time, we're not gonna take any action on number 10, so we can do them all at one time. Item number 11, action for public hearing.
Item 10. There's that on there.
Yeah, okay. Item 10, public hearing in order to receive public input, substandard building enforcement action regarding structures located on the property at 5217 Barber. Public hearing is now open.
I'm going to have our staff up there.
Hey, you can let him talk.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, as I said, my name is Jonathan Bandy. I'm the son of the deceased. We were in the process of trying to get the house sold, and we actually got it closed today. And I had paperwork from that showing the HUD and all that this is finally done. And it was to make sure there's nothing happened to the property, because it had, as I said, it has been sold, and I do have paperwork on it. And
And the new owner is aware of the situation with the property.
yes, from what I've been told, they know of the situation of the property and everything. And we, as I said, we got closed today, actually before 2 or 3, somewhere around there.
Has the new owner been in contact with staff yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, as I say, I wouldn't know on that one.
So if they just closed today, it would be hard for them.
Well, sometimes you call the city in advance,
I know what
depending on what the situation is.
No, we have had several calls from several people that was investors that wanted that property,
Yeah.
but I do not know which one has its current.
Okay.
Yeah, I have, like the HUD that they, I guess,
You can have the information.
yeah, have the information.
She has the information.
Yeah.
And all the back taxes have been paid.
Yeah, all the back taxes and everything is showing on this, what's, being paid out of all the,
Y'all the new owner?
no, they've been helping me get things done.
Thank you.
Okay, any other comments on this public hearing?
I think we should hear something from staff.
Well, it's property sold and it's
Yeah.
sold.
No, well, we filed notice in the deed records, didn't we?
Yes.
So the
Okay.
subsequent owner has so, I mean, you can leave the public hearing open and have the new owners come in next time to
That's what
I would
staff
be
is
good with
wishing to
that.
do, leave the meeting open until we get in contact with the new owner.
Let's take call.
Thank you for coming in.
February 11th.
February 11th. This public hearing will remain open till February 11th, 7 p.m. in this chamber. Item number 12, public hearing in order to receive public input on substandard building enforcement action regarding structures located on the property of 1605 Yale.
Go ahead.
We are under contract to sell the house. It belongs to my grandfather who passed away, left it to my mother who also passed away. My son and I and my daughter were living in the residence up until probably June or July over the summer, and we moved 2 doors down to another family home because the repairs just got out of hand. I dragged my feet because I didn't want to sell it. My grandfather bought that house in '71 and put a lot of work and money into it, and I just really didn't want to sell it. But I, seen a lot, I guess. When you don't have the funds or the ability to make the repairs, you kind of, at some point, have to make a choice. So it is under contract. The only thing that title is waiting on at Providence Title is they're trying to get releases of liens that are on it for my brother, because he showed as an heir and he owes child support loans, or owes the state, the Attorney General, for child support. And he had 3 and they've gotten 1, and they're waiting on 2 more, and she's contacting them every day. But after that, the illegal is closed. And the owners that are the ones that are buying the house, they are aware of the situation, and they will be contacting the building inspection department when we close to let them know their timeline as far as making repairs. So basically, I guess they call it a flip. So there'll be good communication there.
Is that not in your brother's name, the property now?
No, sir, no. What's going to happen, because I questioned whether it was, I'm sorry, what?
I thought the deed sold.
No, it's in, her, I guess, grandfather's name.
Oh, okay.
And as well as the house at 1609, my uncle, who's the primary owner of 1609, he owns half of it. He moved out by the base, and I'm kind of surprised to not see him here tonight, but we don't really talk. But like I said, this should be, I really hate to put a time on it because it's taken a lot longer than I thought it was going to get the paperwork that they needed. But I would think in the next 30 days, this should be closed. If not a lot sooner.
All those cars, your brother's cars.
All the cars, is it like the red, or you talking about there's a red Camaro that is really the only vehicle that sits in that driveway that belongs to the neighbor. Yeah. But no, there's no, my brother doesn't own any cars. That's why he let the neighbor, when he got that new car, park in the driveway, because I guess they don't really have any parking next door.
Joseph A. Durant Senior is your grandfather.
Yes, sir.
Staff has boarded it out to where there could be nobody occupying the structure.
Very important.
Yeah.
What's your recommendation, Steve?
No,
No, we can't. Any more comments in this public hearing?
So we're all going to leave the public hearing open, like we did last time?
Well, can we get staff's opinion on whether we should leave the public hearing open?
Yeah, I want to hear from Steve.
Okay.
yeah, we can leave the public hearing open, with the intent to sell. The new owner will have to contact us. He won't have entry. The owner at this time was aware that they cannot go into the structure unless, it's during business hours of 8 to 4 o'clock. And then city staff would have to remove the boards if they wanted to get any personal belongings out of the inside of the building.
Do y'all still have stuff in there?
Yes, I do.
could you get with the owner and have him get with Steve, and so they know each other, and